Good morning, it's Crazy Frank here again. We're working on this M22, and I was going to not show you a reassembly video, but I decided to go ahead and do it. So let me just show you, this is the bolt that we had taken out. You have the firing pin spring, you drop it into this groove, and then the firing pin, as it, oh boy, there's all these little pieces. When you drop this in, it will pick up that spring. This little edge right here will pick up the spring. So get the spring on that end of the slot. Oh boy, everything becomes magnetized. I love these little bowls, but they have a downside. Anyway, when you put in the firing pin, the leading edge of that notch I showed you will pick up the spring. Now the firing pin is spring loaded. Then you take the firing pin block with its spring and you will drop it into this slot. At this point, this part is complete and can be dropped into the slide. Now I'm going to try something. I've never done this before, it's a little bit confusing. I don't know if I can put this in. Okay, it's got to go in the other way. This piece can go in either way, but only one way is correct. Okay, that's the correct way, I think. You can't just drop this in. You have to turn the slide over. Okay, that I'm sure is correct. You have to hold this and drop the slide down on top of it, or the springs and the firing pin block will fall out. So you put it up in there. Once you have those springs captured, you can turn it over. Now this could, and I've never done this before. Let me turn this. Logically, it will just snap in. But maybe it won't. That's what I don't know. I've never tried this before. I've always taken this out. And it appears that it won't go in. And that's what I suspected. So, let's take that back out. Now we can lock in our bolt. Now it's locked in. Now, once it's in, it can't fall out. It kind of snaps in place. Our extractor can now go all the way against the shell, and one way you can test these is to take a 22 round, I know I've got one here somewhere, there's one. It's a little bit difficult to do, but reach up inside, take a 22 and put it on the bolt face and test to see if the extractor will hold it. Okay, it's in place, and then you want to pull. You got to hold the bolt, pull forward, and now it seems to grab it very strongly, so the problem should be solved. We're now we can put this pin in. And that will hold your bolt in place. And you want to just drive it a little bit below the surface. And then you can look at both sides to see that it's about even, and it is. This flat portion is where the hammer has to hit the firing pin. So that has to be in a position where the firing pin can protrude. So you want your notch for the firing pin to be on the top, near the top of the slide, and go in. So now we have to move the firing pin out of the way, again, holding in the firing pin block, pushing the firing pin down, and then pushing this piece in. And it's in. Firing pin is in place. You can see that it protrudes past the flat, which will allow the hammer to fire the firing pin. Now that that's in place, we can start putting our little, oh boy, they're even difficult to see, the spring. Wow. I've got both of them out here. Here's the other one. Then the ball bearing. Then the lever. And this will go as such. The screw. I would never make a brain surgeon. Big old fat fingers and halfway clumsy, so it would not be an easy task for me. Obviously, these two must be the same. Okay, there's your detent for the safety. Now we can put the slide back onto the gun. We've left the spring. Remember, small end on first. This is going to go on. We have the takedown, and it's back on. Put the magazine in, it will now fire. We have the block. Oh boy, let me see, it goes on which way. There's the front sight, like that. Tighten up this screw, and we have reassembled the firearm. It's not something that I have two mills. I have a Bridgeport and I have a little small imported mill that I'll use as a firing pin block. Hammer drop. It's a pretty good gun. A lot of people call it a Glock clone. It only has a single stack magazine, so the grip is much narrower. The grip resembles a Glock, so and the takedown is, I think, what most people associate with the Glock. So, and it's about the same size, but I don't think of it as a Glock clone. But that's just my own. But anyway, it's back together. It's something that you can do. I think being aware of the problem and how it can be fixed. But if you don't live in California or maybe New York, I don't know whether the states are eaten up with stupid laws, send it back to the factory, or not the factory, but to the importer, which is in Reno, California, Reno, Nevada, LSI. Good people. They'll work with you. They'll fix your gun. And once that extraction problem is repaired, these are nice firearms, and this model happens to be very accurate. You'll be happy with it. So that's it. Crazy Frank signing out.